Hello everyone, good morning. So, session the one one second 40 will fix this. Just like so, quick revision. We have done with the introduction as well as architecture, then dictionary. So basics are over. The second complex day working with dealing with exploring of complex data objects. So first one is structure, second one is internal tables. Why it is named as complex means we are going to handle the different data large structures and internal tables. That's why it is considered complex because a variable is a simple elementary data object because it holds one value at it. That comparison is over. Now structures introduction, syntax, usage, variations, how to create structure fields with the type and like also completed. Okay, these all the topics. Okay. Now, how to use clear statement is initial is not initial. Move corresponding topics also. Last minute when I was typing this one, now structure first program is this. The introductory program. First declaring with variables are converted into structure. How do we use value equals to next clear statement impact is initial is not initial. How to create another structure by using like so move corresponding add corresponding so corresponding completed. Now the second structure. Okay. So structure creating structure fields with not be number them just with our own Java. We can deal with deal with built-in tables data. Say for instance, I am using here this LFA1, but tomorrow required you can work on LFA1, KNA1, MARA, all master data tables you can use it. Even all transaction data tables, system tables, everything we can use it also. That the flow is remains the same. Okay. So this is your uh, details. So I declare it by using type addition. A type means by making use of. So what is the meaning of type through? I explained in everything. Only into followed by complete structure name you can write. That is the easiest way to write it quickly. But if you want a detail field to field by comma separator, also permitted within brackets, separated by comma. Here the source is five fields. Target also we have tried five fields from class and where class everything. Right statement. Okay. So if you go to the like addition also allowed. It also provide the similar result, same result. So what is the meaning of like? I was talking on this particular topic on that day. So if you go to the Yes, structures basic topic. Yeah. It is the structure fields are declared using structure fields are declared with or by making use of what? SC11, right? That is your SC11 things. But if you say SC11 is a readily available thing, if you use type or like, both are same. Only the difference is type means by making use of the table field. As a result, you will get the technical properties. Okay, type means by making use of the SC11 ABAP dictionary table field. Yes. So we are declaring. But on contrary, what is like? Like is used, okay, like is obsolete, no longer recommended. Like usage of like is not recommended by SAP performance reason. Like is used as a referring to, yes. Because why I'm introducing like addition syntaxes, reason is in old programs, still you will find some programs written in like only. So it is good to know what happens with like also. You should not confuse. Very simple. Begin of vendor, end of vendor. It is the vendor is the structure name. It is created with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 fields, isn't it? Vendor structure is created with 5 fields. Then what is the meaning of like? Like followed by table field. Same table, where is the table exist? Table already existing in SC11 only. So in this case, like means referring to. Reference is always happens on existing things. You cannot refer a table which is not there in the SC11. So this is what same rule applicable to type also. Only the difference is this is referring to the table field. As a result, what happens? The technical properties only will get copied to this. That is one way, or else this structure field will get uh, will adopt the table field properties. That way it's okay. But still, initial days SAP only introduced this. At one point of time, SAP said that usage of like is generally performance wise not recommended. That's why we have to minimize it. Implicit what happens, both are same. But SAP observation point of view, type is better rather than like, because this is acting like a just like a pointing to, referring to. So rather than reference, you can use this. This is only the small observation I want to tell you here, because again we are going back. Suppose I want to introduce three-step procedure. I hope you are clear with select query. Suppose select query, we will have a separate topic, no worries. We will tell you which sequence, what happens with each class, each addition. I'll go in detail. Okay, no worries. Right statement, right formats also will have a in detail topic. Only time being you focus on structure topic, structure different variations. Okay. So now I'm going to uh, one more with you. Yes. What is that explore? You have to. So first of all, there are mm, fetching vendor master details only. That's okay. That is, but here we are going to add this. So what is this? Working with structure declarations differs from differs from database table from select query. Select query. Yes. What exactly? So now it is also three-step procedure. Steps no need to write. Like this is the structure, which is the investigate. What next? If you go to the select query also, I'll copy it. Same cost select query, I'll copy. But now, yes, you there is a variation. There is a study. First study we will go to. First variation is I'm changing vendor here. General names, English names, not by German names. So country or country key here. This is name. This is postal code. Okay, postal code is a single field. This is street. So you can use English names also. But again, everything you have to see what is the meaning of my own approach or SAP recommended approach. Even though it works, no problem. You can go. What you cannot alter is this table field name you cannot alter, you cannot change. You have to go with the fixed table name. That is SAP created German fields. Only the left side is your own choice. If that is the case, what how come select query differs? Select query into class is vendor already declared yes. So vendor already declared means you have to go to either copy it or let it be vendor one will write it so that it won't be valid. Yes. Best practices will be going to the go. So yes, you also have this. Now it's into class is missing. Into class is not allowed. So into vendor one. Now we have now the output remains the same. You can go for right statement. Same. This is there. Select Savarsi. Also I'm copying usual. Comment. Yes. Oh, that's it. As it is. So the steps I am removing. Even this is also not required. Directly can write the quick direct approach. Either record found or record found, then write the value. If I not found statement, simply you can go for this message, this right statement. Simplified. But here, again, you will get error. Listener is on. See, when you change the declarations, correspondingly, second, vendor hyphen, yes, control space is not working. The reason is it is not a vendor, it is vendor one. Vendor one control space. Vendor one hyphen vendor. You should not confuse. You should not confuse. This is what. So control space. Is it? Control space. Line one equals to country. Yes. This is your name one. Name. This is vendor one hyphen postcode. Yes. So this is controls vendor one now. Hyphen control space street. Okay. Yes. So now it is vendor one does not have called something. Okay. Okay. So, so first observation when you change the declarations with general names, correspondingly you have to change the everywhere. But output result remains the same. Result is same. Go back. But if you go with this approach, again you have to change with this also here, listener land one is on. So again, target fields also we have to change. Yes, target fields also we have to change. Country, then name, then postal code, postal code, then street. Yes. So now, what is that? Vendor is unknown. Everywhere you have to replace by. Okay, so this is the way you have to edit. But what is the variation from above below programs is first variation is yes, you have to observe. We can also declare, hmm, also declare structure, hmm, field names, structure field names as per our requirement. That is, you no need to go with yes, SAP recommendations. You can write anything, but accordingly you have to. But again, finally, we are going to end with SAP recommends to avoid confusions, use the same names. Right. But at least one program with variation, I want to show you. Output still remains same. Right. Go back. But there is another program. Because in this one program only, I'm covering many things. Here I told you this is not required, all those stuff simplified. Even you want to remove this into, you want to keep one also, you can check, but even, yes. Next, very important is, yes, very important thing, I'm going to add it, I'll write it here. So, SAP, SAP recommends, what is this? Declare structure fields in a, okay, in, in a sequence. Which sequence? As per the database table field sequence. Okay, this is most okay. I repeat, what is the meaning of this sequence? Like I told you, you remember or not? Otherwise, we will go back. So now, SC11, go to LFA1. Always, SAP recommends that this declaration should be in a sequence. There is a meaning. You cannot go in a mismatch sequence. Always I'm telling you basic subject plus standards of SAP recommendations also I'm introducing. So first one is vendor, it's okay. Second is named one, entry key. Third one is name one. Fourth one is name two, name three, name four, city ward 01. All I avoided empty postal code to here. Then after that street. Still we are following the sequence also. That is your structure declaration sequence must be as per the database table sequence, or else other way around. We while declaring the structure fields, we have to follow the tables field sequence must be. That means it should be in a ascending manner. What is the meaning of ascending is, see, always land one should be always after lift. That means your country should be after vendor only you have to write. You cannot go with the opposite way. Okay. Yes, suppose tomorrow there is a requirement I want to insert ORT01. So at that time you have to check ORT01 is this. So where it is in the table security should be between name one and postal code between. So name and postal code between you press enter, type what you want or type city. Okay, this you have to. This is simple. Seems like simple statement, but this is very 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 important. Okay, yes, in the project point. Yes, and next going forward, tomorrow you want to add one more field after street ADR enter you want. So we'll check in SC11 because you may ask, how do we remember? Then nobody remembers these many tables and field sequence because in fact no need to remember. You open it, check it out with sequence, cross check with parallelly you cross check with S11 so that yes, we can split like this screen and cross check the sequence. If not, you rearrange the structure because see what is possible. SC11 is fixed. You cannot change SC11. That is from SAP. Table and table field, field sequence, everything fixed. Only what is there in your control, program only in your control because this is a G development. Correct? So hope you guys understand it. So this is your sequence should be as per one thing you second declarations. Next, select queries. Select query field sequence, select query or select statement. Field sequence, that means column sequence. Sequence must be matched with the database table field sequence. This is another one. What is the meaning of this? Suppose in the hmm, database table, listener is first. This is 100% important concept. You have to always fetch with the key field first. Key followed by remaining information. So key first we added. MNDT is not required. We ignored the MNDT always. Okay. We never going to print the client field, client values anyway. Okay. So that's why we'll go with this. So listener, after listener learn one, then name one. Yes. Then so here, okay, what VSTLZ and as well as this. You want to add something? This you have to add separated by space. Okay, this is what that's yes. That's why it is working perfectly. Okay? If there is a question, if that is which is recommended by SAP. Okay, right? Yes. But but means some exclusion cases. Sometimes sometimes the select query column sequence differs from table field sequence. Yes, fields sequence because plural. No, yes. Then, as a result, what happened? As a result, hmm, output will be displayed with wrong way. Output will not be displayed properly. Simple. Okay. First, I will show you what is not displayed properly. Proper output, we don't get it. That means if I change this query, Just first, I will go to name one first. Okay, mismatch order. Wantedly, I am working on the mismatch sequence. Then after going to this is here, I will keep it as a this one first. After that, listener. After that, what next? Uh, then if you go to here, it is STL. Yes. If you go with something, you have to shuffle. I wantedly this way manage. But hmm, it seems like hmm, 5 to 5 system says syntactically correct. Because 5 means what is the meaning of 5? Into followed by 5 fields from followed by 5 columns. So system wise okay. And these field names, column names are already there in LFE1. Yes, it is there. That's why system point of view, it is not a syntax error. But output goes in the mismatch matter. See, first Delhi came, WER came, remaining got truncated. Then this is Listener came, Delhi. So again Delhi came. What is this? So here street, but we have to write. One thing is missing, right? What is that? Um, here, is Listener is one, so one is missing. Missing is missing. Right. So, okay. So here this is getting truncated. Mismatch. Total overall it will one value another. What happens quickly I can tell you, because you have to know technical reason. First of all, yes. First it will go to the street value. It will place it into it will place it into vendor. It will place it into vendor. Then name one value. It will place it into country. Listener value, it will place it into name one, because system goes in this sequence only. This field point of view, system understood that this value goes to, that's the reason street equals to what is street Delhi. So in place of first value, first into is what? So if you want, you can check it out in the debugger. You will get at a time one step I can explain. Yes, debugger is best way to, like if you go to vendor, country, name, postal code, and street. We will see the select query. See, actually in place of vendor, Delhi came because of the mismatch. Yes. Then second, country is not WER, wrong data. In place of name, we are printing vendor number. This is wrong. Postal code, postal code is postal code is also wrong. Postal code is wrong, and last one is street is also wrong. Street in place of street, vendor value is displayed. This is wrong. Okay. Yes. So wrong output, wrong. So always do remember our sequence is important. Two things important. Your declarations sequence should be as per the database table order. Select query should be in the field order. Okay. Fine. But sometimes, sometimes if I go with mismatch order also, there is a solution. So we can use in this case, in this case, we can use into corresponding fields of addition. Addition means it's a keyword into corresponding fields of addition to print or to display exact output. Okay, exact output means what? This one is mismatch output. Okay, why mismatch? I told you. Now the below solution is exact output. Like we will see how do you get exact output into corresponding fields of, like where into corresponding fields of. So when I add into corresponding fields of here, it is giving error. What is this? We will see. Is invalid due to comma. Okay. So even I bring back, I'll bring back still red color. It means this is not second. We will go to the above section. Below is now if you look at into corresponding fields of vendor, one is accept. There is a one warning came. The work area does not contain any corresponding components. That is okay, fine. What is that? I will tell you later. So into corresponding does what? What is the impact of into corresponding? Is there any output is filled with nil? That means even what is the meaning of size sub RC? Even this is also it should come right. So what happens? I will tell you. How does into corresponding works? Into corresponding is a yes. Sometimes like in some old programs, you come across into corresponding, but in implicit what happens? You have to. So what happens is that it works like move corresponding. How does move corresponding works? Okay, okay, better. We don't want to write it. Yes, what is that? It works on what basis is? Yes, it compares. Okay, it fetches the data from database table table, and while writing, what is that? While writing, it checks, compares the field names. Field names. If a field name matches, if a field name matches, it moves the value. It writes database table field value to structure field. Yes, that is if field matches. If a field name doesn't match, field name does not match, it ignores simply. Does not match means it ignores. Ignore means it won't write. It won't write the database table field value. Okay, that means it won't write in the target fields. Anywhere it won't write. So I will explain to you in a detailed manner. First, what is the meaning of this is, so always I'm going to write one simplified this one. So here, go in it this one. This is important. This is the table. This is the memory. So here there is a what is it? Yes, this one. So there are two things we will write wantedly because one in a normal structure, second in a mismatch structure. Because so that yes. So first of all, prior to that, I need to begin with database table, underlying database table. Database table, you have field 1, field 2, field 3, field 4, field 5, 6, field 7, field 8, field 9, field 1, field 1, field 12, and so on. Correct? If the target fields also in the same order, field 1, field 2, field 3, now field 5, field 7, field 9, field 11. Still, we are right. Okay, we're right in the sense ascending order. Now the query. What is this query? Yes, this is the query. That's why I'm not writing particular table specific, generic, the general information. Now, select field 1, field 2, field 3, field 5, field 7, field 9, field 11. Because your select should be as per our requirement. What is our requirement? Our requirement fields are already declared in the program. So accordingly, we will, in the table, there may be 200, 250 fields, but we don't want all the data. We want required fields information. That is that. So now, if this query, how does this query works? Very simple. Yes, because it goes to the field 1, whatever the result comes, it goes to field 1. Correct? If I go to field 2, yes, it goes to field 2, it will write to field 2. We hope should I write in the same way? Is there any mismatch? No, because field 5, that means I don't want field 4 data. It's okay. So when you say field 5, it goes to field 5. Whatever result comes, it will write to exactly field 5. So what happens? Database table field name, select query field name, target field name same, sequence same. Field 7, that means I don't want yes, 6. Okay, whatever field 7 value, write in the target field 7. Field 9, that means I don't want field 8. So field 9 information is writing to field 9. Field 11, it goes to the field 11. So it will go and write to the field 11. Yes, appropriate. Yes, no. Yes or no? Perfectly it is working. But if you go to some other structure, we will write. What is that second structure? This is your second structure. We will go in a different color. So for your clarity sake. Like here we are declaring, declaration remains same. Field 1, field 2, field 3, field 5. Yes. Yes. It is both are same. You want to move towards right. So this is your overall. So same. But I'm just changing the select query in a red color. If I go in a reverse order, what happens? Select select the field what I said, field 3 first, then after that field 9 next, then after it go with field 1 now, then field 3 next, field 2 next. So what next? So 1 added, 2 added, 3 added. Now if I go to field 5, I'm going to add then field 9, the field 11. So I'll keep it a field 9 as last. If this sequence, if I continue, how does it works? So this is important observation for you. So select field 3. That is, it goes to the value field 3. The result of field 3 is going to reflect on field 1. That's what happens. Because system assumes that same sequence it will go into. So field 3 result is going to print on field 1 only. Second, field 9. It goes to the underlying field 9. Field 9 result is going to fill it on the target field 2. Then it goes to field 1 underlying field 1. This field 1 result will write to the target field 3. Hope you guys understand this flow, right? So as a result, you are getting mismatch, mismatch things, right? Mismatch output you are getting. The output is okay, but totally confused and wrong output you are. Your observation goes in a wrong way. Yes. Why this wrong came? Because you changed this sequence. The output sequence same, declaration sequence same, but fetching is most important. Yes, this is working in a wrong way. But you so into corresponding works into corresponding fields is a keyword first. Okay, into space corresponding space. How does it works is it will only compare the database table field name and the target field name. If both matches, it move the value. If doesn't matches, it won't move. Very simplified flow. Suppose in this case, even after into corresponding, it's not working. Why it is not working is if you go to here, execute debugger, you will come to know the sequence. Because yes. So this is your vendor one. Vendor one is created with vendor country name postal code street, correct? If you go to the select query, we'll check the size of bars. Select cross the select. So select is 0. Select is 0. See, select is 0. Then if it is 0, what is the problem to print? But vendor is not filled, country is not filled, name is not filled, postal code is not filled. This is a variety. Select is subars 0 only. But yes, output is not filled. See why it happened. We got one warning. See, if write statement simply it will try to print. Is there anything to print? Nothing. So simply it is going to write the blank file because there is a some. What happens is that it will try to print the equivalent value. See, first of all, let's take street. Okay, if you want to separate a thing, what you need to do is we have to declare K the field names with German fields only. Then only it works. So I mean to say, suppose this is a street, STRAS street. This street, hmm, uh, okay, is there any target street is there, STRAS? No, because it is trying to compare this field with target field. Field value does not matches where to place the street value, system gets confused. Name one value, there is no field with name one. Listener missing, land one missing. That is the reason it is going to, okay. So, if you are confusing, we will go with some other example also because quickly I will just, okay. So this example is okay, but into corresponding, we will implement it in a different thing in the bottom because so that you will get yes, implement this. Click body, okay, here in this case, okay, with differs this people each everything yes. And moreover, This is the example of usage of into corresponding fields. This example. So we'll go to paste here. So yes. So we will go with to avoid confusions. We'll use okay here. mm, okay, I will change it. This is your field names with our this name. So we will this here. So and here the sequence as it is. The yes same thing is with space, space, name space, postal code, space, street, so that it works as usual old style. So only this explore is our own fields, one explore. Simple. This explore is only for that purpose. Okay. Yes. Keep this. This is one thing. This is here. This explore is totally different. So if you go to here, vendor 2. In vendor 2, here we are going to add as usual listener again. Listener as well as this is line, this is line 1, 1. Okay, name 1, PSTLZ. See, you try to understand. If you want to see all kind of scenarios, obviously we have to wantedly to do mistake and to explore this. Uh, But here it is, we have to go in a mismatch sequence. STRAS, name 1, listener land 1. Yes, it is a mismatch sequence. So now you look at this is the error. Finally, we'll get it. This is vendor. It is vendor. Here you change the vendor. So by looking my code itself, you will learn many things. Same thing you re-practice with your own understanding. Same program. So now here, general English is wrong again because here it is. You have to write listener again. Correct. So go to country means it is a language. This is not. This is PSTLZ. So this is your PSTLZ. This is your ST. Okay, because sometimes this mismatch things here we are spending time so that we can going forward we can to save the future time and covering here because if you find one time into corresponding functionality same thing in internal tables also we can save our time quickly. So now what happens is declaration sequence is there as per the database. Output also as per the database. Only Select query sequence mismatch. If you go in a normal into addition, obviously you will get wrong values. Simply into vendor 2. Okay, into vendor 2 gives mismatch output. I told you. You can check it out. Truncation happens, mismatch things happen. But even though I want to keep in a mismatch order only, this order, okay, then you can use into corresponding. So what is the meaning of into corresponding? How does it work? How does it work? In this case, this approach doesn't work. So you have to delete. This is another type of explore. Yes, you cannot write field separated by into corresponding, even though it is mismatch order also, still you will get same output. That is the advantage of into corresponding. Let's look at into debugger. Go to desktop 3. Here, uh, double click on vendor 2. Check listener land 1, name 1, PSTLZ, STRS, sub RC. Because whatever being we want to explore and observe, we'll double click and we'll keep the things ready. This is also style of debugging style. So you have to observe and either note down or directly you learn. That is up to you. But this is because everyone is interested to learn debugger. So these are all the debugger tips. Because we may not give structured debugging. We will study later how also you can see, even though it is mismatch order also, you are getting exactly vendor number into listener, country key value into land 1, name into name 1, postal code into PSTLZ versus 0. Because how does this into corresponding works is, see, it will search street first. It will go to fetch the street. Then the street value, it will try to place it. Street, it will try to first field is listener, no. Land 1, no. Name 1, no. Postal code, no. Directly it will go and place the value at the street, because into corresponding works on what basis is field names comparison. Identical field names, I said. That means only names only take it into consideration. It doesn't look at the data type or field length or any other stuff. Only if name matches moves. Name does not match, it won't move. Okay, clear? So street ST, earlier why it was not working? In the target was street, source was STRS. That's why, or target something, some other, because exact field, suppose name 1. Here, the name 1, I told you it could be at any index position. It could be 1 or 2. First, it will take name 1 value. It will go with name 1 no, name 1 no, name 1 matches. Yes, matches, it will place the value. Similarly, listener matches first, it will keep there. Land 1 matches as second field, it will keep there. Postal code, it will search and it will find this. So, however, 5 fields, 5 fields, that's why it is printing appropriately by using into corresponding. So, I told you into corresponding act like move corresponding. That is, it will compare with source field with target field. If both matches, it will place. If doesn't, suppose STRAS is not matching first field, it won't stop. It will continue the search till at the end point. So whenever there is a matching field name or similar field name, identical field name is found, then it will simply place the value over there. Hope you are clear with this. Into corresponding. Okay, it works in this. Suppose last conclusion. Your declaration can be any sequence. Select query could be any sequence. Doesn't matter. If you simply write any sequence means declarations could be differs from the database table field sequence. Select query column names could be differs from the database table field sequence. But still, this query works as expected because of the into corresponding fields. So into corresponding advantage is that it will only compare the identical names. It will move. That's why it is working. Tabarsi 0, it's going to print everything. That's why you are getting appropriate value. That's all about. But still, yes, conclusion for the day. Yes, this is your. Yes. So you have to remember SAP guidelines. First statement itself, SAP recommends that always your declarations and the select query declarations must be as per the database table. Yes, this is the second. So both should be yes, because yes, to avoid this usage of into corresponding fields, declare the field names as database table. Okay, but why we never use into corresponding in our case? Okay, somewhere you find this into corresponding in already ready-made programs. At that time, what happens, you want to understand even this knowledge is hope you are clear with this. So this is your then we will go to the next level topic. What is next level? Sometimes our requirement, these are all we are fetching mm, we are fetching independent fields, right? Independent fields. But next, there is a mm, sometimes we want to fetch one uh, row information of the table field. And okay, row information of the database table. So that means what? If you try to apply, okay, example point of view, write it. Yes, we can fetch or retrieve vendor one vendor complete information. Complete information in the sense the row information. It's also yes, sometimes because in above cases, what is happening? One vendor, five fields. This is the syntax. But sometimes one vendor, complete information you want to fetch. What could be the syntax? Syntax is very simple. Data space. The directly write structure name. Type DB table. DB table means database table. Table. That's it. Simple. So you know data keyword is used to declare a structure. Data followed by structure name type followed by associated type. Here associate type is existing database table. It can be built-in table or it can be our table, anything. So what happens? Yes, what is the impact of this syntax? What is the result? As a result of this syntax, structure mm, structure gets okay. Structure gets all the fields of database table. That is, yes. So structure created with all table fields, database table fields. So example, yes, if the database table having 250 fields, then target structure also created with 250 fields. This is what the meaning of that. But what is the limitation is, since structure holds one record, so we have to change select query appropriately accordingly. That means we have to write the select query accordingly. Yes, it holds one record at a time. So wait.